And to think today couldn't get any better. Today couldn't get any better, right? We're coming off an 11-1 Philadelphia Eagles win on a team that nobody wants to give any respect to, a team that nobody wants to talk about, a team we were supposed to lose to Tennessee. Oh, my God, Monday night they fall to Washington. The sky isn't the limit anymore. Things are crashing. But again, we're 11-1, and now the Philadelphia Phillies, fine, they make news again. They headline everything. DeGrom signs with Texas. We bid Jacob goodbye. No more NL East. And now what do? We signed the most coveted guy, in my opinion, in the infield this year in free agency in Trea Turner. And there's so much stuff I want to break down in this Trea Turner deal. There's tons to break down in this deal. Okay, tons. And I want to hear everybody. My man Thomas is Astros. My man Tom's already checking in. Astros versus Phillies 2023. I love it, man. I love it because, listen, I know it's early. I get it, but there's so many good things about this deal that we got to break down. Listen, we're going to get into an 11-year deal. And shout out to let's just throw it out there because I got to give credit's due. You can't sit here and just steal everybody's vibe, right? What I mean by that is people out there work their ass off and they want to break these stories. So we got to give them the credibility and the accolades they deserve. So I guess it's between Jeff Passan that reported it as well as right here as Kylie McDaniel of ESPN. This is straight from the horse's mouth, right? Turner will make $300 million over 11 years. And look at that. Does that sound familiar? Full no trade clause. Mr. Bryce Harper's best friend, another dude who wants to stay in Philadelphia. I thought everybody hated Philadelphia. I thought everybody hated to be here. Nobody wanted to sign here. How would we ever get free agents to Philadelphia? Nobody wants to play for Philadelphia, right? Come on, man. This narrative is so dead. All you national pundits out there that want to continue to throw in our face and continue to get on us about nobody wants to come here, just go back in your hole and curl up and just be left there, Okay, nobody wants to hear from you anymore. Get off the Twitterverse. Get off of Instagram. Get off of YouTube. Nobody cares. It's over now. Nobody cares. I hate to break it to you. So all that, all the clickbait that you throw out there, and all the times that you want to bring Philadelphia in so you can get followers, it's not going to happen anymore. Because guess what? We don't care. Okay, Trea Turner. Okay, obviously, yes, it's a money move. I get it. It's a money move. Okay, but it's a massive money move. Okay, and here's the best part. Here's the best part. Okay, what have we talked about on this show? Okay, we talked about Dave Dombrowski once again being a baseball guy, not that bean counter stiff Matt Klintak who had no idea what he was doing, completely overpowered in his position, had no idea how to continue to build this team the right way. And what does Dombrowski do? He just signs everybody. Okay, and it's not. Listen, it's funny, right? We say stupid money, but let's listen to the context of the deal. Okay, a lot of people thought this was going to be a 7-year deal. Okay. A lot of people thought this was going to be a 7-year deal. Okay. It actually, Fantrax said he was looking at about a $210 million deal, 7 years for 210. And this is straight from Yahoo Sports from Zach Kreiser. Okay. Go check out the read. A fantastic read. He's got a lot of great information in here. Okay. So again, they signed for 3 more years. But again, why is that? Right? Why is that? The 11-year term and $300 million total both handily exceeded expectations. I just told you that, right? The longer term actually creates a lower average annual value. Okay? $27 million a year. That will help Dombro, big spending Phillies, in calculating their annual competitive balance tax. That just means they're going to sign more people. That just means they're going to sign more arms. This is what you did with Bryce Harper. Everybody said, why would you go 13 years? Okay, why would you go 11 on Trea Turner? It's going to be 40. But guess what? At 40, he's going to be making $27 million. Okay, he's going to pay $27 million. That's probably going to be a 1-year deal. Okay, for an average shortstop. Okay, by the time in 11 years from now, in 2034. I mean, come on, man. Like, let's look about it. You got to break this down, man. This is such a huge deal. I didn't even thank everybody as well and tell everybody, listen, make sure you're following at the Final Judgment right here. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, dude, do me a favor. Go to YouTube, type in the Final Judgment with an E. Tony Cutillo, put it in there, hit subscribe, hit the like button, join the show, join the program. Let's get it cooking, okay? Make sure you're invested. Make sure you're engaged, because I will engage back, and I love every minute of it. Now, again, my man Joe checking in. Can go right, left for the first 5 horses in the lineup, man. That right there, Joe. Like, I mean, this is such a huge move. I mean, I can't tell you again how much of a listen. It's ridiculous. Since 2019, Turner slashed a 311, 361, 509, averaging 26 home runs and 35 stolen bases. Now you get speed on the base pass as well. You get speed on the base pass. Okay, I mean, come on. Listen, people, if you wanted a hitter, this is what you got. You got a hitter. You got a table setter. We hear that all the time, right? You got a table setter. You got the table setter up top, man. You got the table setter up top. Tom says, what other moves do you think the Phillies need to make for this? Listen, I know my wish list is huge. Okay. And I listen, I know it's probably not going to come to fruition, but my God, can I get Carlos Rodon in here? Can you give me Carlos Rodon? If I can get Carlos Rodon and throwing the ball, Trea Turner at the top of the plate, oh, man. And you know what? Hey, look, man, let's throw this out there. We can laugh a little bit, right? We got some fun, okay? We're out there signing 30-year-old all-star shortstops, and the Mets are out there signing 40-year-old pitchers. Listen, I wanted Verlander as well, but again, you can't let Jacob deGrom go and then you sign Justin Verlander and say that's good enough. That just can't happen, right? So New York's got to be at wit's end right here. They have to be. They have to be looking at the Phillies and saying, God damn, they got a ton better. We got a ton better. Think about the holes in the lineup that we talked about. Okay. You're replacing Gene Segura with Trea Turner. Honestly, I mean, it's simple as that. I know Mark Farzetta of the Farzi Show said that the other day, and he's 100% correct. right? That's what you're doing. In essence, you're replacing Gene Segura with Trea Turner. Gene Segura, listen, I love Gene. I love this moxie. I love this character. I love this grit. But at the end of the day, this is double the player that Gene Segura is, okay, that we get in Trea Turner, okay? And again, if you're just tuning in, Trea Turner, $300 million over 11 years. It has the full no trade clause. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere, according to Kylie McDaniel of ESPN. Not going anywhere, just like Bryce Harper, laying roots here, not going anywhere. I listen, I know he's 30. Listen, this is baseball. It's okay. It's just baseball. All right. He's at 30 years old. He's okay. He stays in phenomenal shape. Okay. He gets it done. Listen, I just threw it up there. It's very simple. 3'11, 26, 35. Okay. No, that's not the waist size. We're talking about average. We're talking about home runs. We're talking about stolen bases. My God, if that was an average waist size, no, I won't get myself in trouble. But no, seriously, listen, all kidding aside. The Philadelphia Phillies had to make a move, and they had to make a move to make this lineup better. As much as it was, as good as it was, it's crazy, right? We're sitting here saying, how do we make the lineup better? But let's remember something. Let's remember something, okay? Trea Turner's best friend in Bryce Harper is not going to be available at his full potential for at least 75% of the year next year, okay? That's a huge deal. Okay, you lose MV3. I know people get out of the pipe dream. He's going to come back in June. Okay, stop it. Just relax. Okay, stop. Ease your expectations. Okay, we're talking more like August, September till he's back in full. Okay, so now you have a guy in Trea Turner, okay, who can fill a void. Okay, you have a guy who can fill a void, and goddamn, are they going to be explosive when he comes back and he is full potentially MV3 once again. This is a tremendous deal. I mean, there's not much more we can really say about it. Okay. If you want to call us Korea, nah. If you want to Xander Bogaerts, nah. Trea Turner was always the guy. He was the guy that they wanted. Everything else they were dangling. Okay. They were dangling. And I'll just, let's read a little more of this article. Okay. It says Turner has largely put his, and again, this is straight from Yahoo's is Zach Kreiser. Right here, I like to do this. Let me put this in here. So I want to make sure everybody gets what they need here. This is the article right here. This is what we're reading. Okay. This is the article we're reading right here. Okay. We're checking it out. And again, it's got a lot of great stuff here. It says this move. It talks about possibly the biggest qualm about Turner is how his speed-based production will age. He could face steeper decline when he begins to lose a step, and as many doubles and triples shrinking to singles and doubles. Serviceable, but less sure-handed. It shorts out than some of his rivals. He might be asked to move to second base or possibly center field in the near future. Turner's contract will inspire comparisons to both Corey Seager's 10-year, $325 deal with the Rangers from last offseason and deals reached by Carlos Correa, Xander Bogaerts, and Dansby Swanson this winter. So it's going to be interesting because, listen, usually Scott Boras clients aren't the first one to sign it. Again, this is a huge deal. Okay, this is another Scott Boras client, okay, that you sign on this team. Another Scott Boras client that you've just signed on his team. Listen, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. Okay. And again, it's not easy, but I'll tell you what, man, this is a huge deal. Since 2020, he leads all major league shortstops in WAR. He has 61 homers and 71 steals in that span, making him one of the only three players with at least 50 of both alongside Jose Ramirez and Ronald Acuna Jr. He won the batting title in 2021 with a 328 average and has twice led the National League in hits. Thanks to excellent back control and, again, the speed, Turner routinely runs one of baseball's best double plays and making it difficult to keep him off of the bases. I'll tell you what, man. I can't get more excited than I am right now. This is a tremendous deal. What about a 2-4? Exactly. Listen, what about a 2-4 starter? Listen, man, the nasty. This is what I want, man. I need Carlos Rodon now. I'm getting greedy. I want Rodon. Okay, I need Rodon. I need another guy that my man Prince Jigsaw rules. Yeah, Prince. I try, man. I try. But as always your support, man. I most appreciate that. You're always tuning in when you can. Coming in late sometimes, but I know you get me up at Discord. And make sure you're checking out Win Daily Sports. Obviously, you can catch me there all the time doing the plus money prop train. We got a good plus money prop train tonight for Monday Night Football. Always doing plus money, only plus money, like Jigsaw knows how to do. So make sure you're checking out there. But listen, talk about plus money. Yes. Go back to Dynasty, 2 to 4 star. I need another starter. Yes, we need another starter. They will get another starter. I already know that. That's going to happen. But what this deal signifies is so many different things. Like I said, not only do you pick up for Bryce Harper, but yeah, guess what? You have a kid named Bryson Stott who looked really, really good at the shortstop position, okay? Which allows you to take Trea Turner and play him at second base, okay? It's a big deal. There's so many moves you can make. And then when you want to give Stott off, you have Turner. When you want to give Turner off, maybe you throw Stott aside. Like, there's so many different wheels of the wagon, so to speak, with this deal that just cannot make you feel anything but happy and elation, right? It's all about elation right now in the city of Philadelphia. Again, breaking news, Trea Turner signs a massive 11-year deal with the Philadelphia Phillies, $300+ million, full no trade clause. Can't wait. And shout out to Rob Thompson, man. Rob Thompson was, I think Rob Thompson was the closer. Okay. Think about it. Because if there was a big baseball card show over the weekend that Rob Thompson was supposed to make an appearance for, and he was supposed to sign a ton of autographs and take pictures and kiss babies and the whole nine, right? And then all of a sudden, Rob couldn't go. Right. And he apologized. He said, look, unfortunately, I have bigger things I have to do. I have to try to make the Philadelphia Phillies better in 2023. Rob was the closer. They brought Rob in. Okay. They brought Rob in to close this deal, man. I'm telling you right now, because I firmly believe that Trea Turner was not going to sign until Dansby or Bogarts or Correa, one of them signs, set the market. Okay. Trea Turner signed because Rob Thompson closed the deal, in my opinion. Okay. In my opinion, Rob Thompson closed the deal. And that is tremendous. Okay. That is tremendous. Remember, when we were trying to sign Bryce Harper, okay, because we had that stiff Clintack. He couldn't close the deal, okay? Middleton got so pissed off, he hopped on a train or a plane himself, flew out, and signed Bryce himself. Say, yo, Bryce, I'm the pitch. I'm the closer right now. And guess what? Bryce Harper signed. And I think Rob Thompson was the ace in the hole, and Rob Thompson was the closer. And he went out there, and he's the one who went right into Trea Turner, was like, yo, you got to be here, man. You got to be here. We need you here. So I think Rob Thompson, kudos to him for not only, sympathizing, with the fans. He stood up, obviously indirectly, and apologizing for that. And I'm sure some way, somehow, Rob Thompson will make good on that deal. Okay. But he did definitely make the Phillies better in 2023. The Nancy says Dominguez should be the closer. I don't disagree. He absolutely will be the closer. And remember, Dynasty, the only reason why he wasn't the closer until later in the year was because they wanted to ease him along coming back from the arm injuries. They didn't want to push him too much, right? Alvarado is going to be your left-handed setup guy. He may not be your permanent setup guy. It looks like Rob Thompson likes to, mix pitchers in here and there. So it should be interesting to see what they do in the back end of that rotation. Okay. But one thing's for sure, Trea Turner is a Philadelphia Philly. Make sure you're checking in on Facebook. Make sure you're checking in on Twitter. Make sure wherever you're checking in, if it's not YouTube, get over to YouTube, hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell. Make sure you're following the Final Judgment right here. Make sure you're following Heat Ratio Sports for all your national local needs. Make sure you're following Win Daily Sports, obviously, for all your sports betting and DFS needs as well. And make sure you're checking in to Win Daily Sports on TikTok. You might see a familiar face on there. Jigsaw dropping some plus money props on a plus money prop train, especially for tonight, for the Monday Night Football matchup with the Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But listen, last things is said, we knew going into this that the Philadelphia Phillies were going to make a splash. We all knew that. We expect nothing less from my man Money Middleton. Can we just name him? Listen, let's do this right now. We have Money Mayweather. Can we sign Can we label John Middleton as Money Middleton? Instead of Money Mayweather, we got Money Middleton. Money Middleton. We're going to start a trend. Money Middleton. Because I'm telling you right now, man, my man John Middleton is taking he's taking no prisoners this year. He got a taste. And the biggest thing for this would be the taste of victory that my man John Middleton did. He understood now. He said, I felt it. We were so close, and we're going to get back and bring that trophy home, just like he said. 100%. My man Sato says, Jacoby or Deshaun, what do you think? I know it's his first week back, but what you think about the Browns? Listen, Sato, 100%. It's Deshaun Watson all day. My man's a little rust, but again, listen, man, this dude's an absolute stud. I don't, care for him personally because of everything he did. I hate that he's got this chance, to be honest with you. I don't think he belongs in the game right now. But, if you have to make a choice, it's got to be Deshaun, because Deshaun is he has the intangibles and the ability, to be that guy. So unless he's injured, you go Jacoby. But if he's healthy, you 100% have to go Deshaun Watson. I mean, listen, we were talking about Deshaun Watson as being the Michael Jordan of football not too very long ago when he was at his heyday. So that's 100%. It's got to be Deshaun all day. But listen, man, this is not the end. This is not the end for the Philadelphia Phillies wheeling and dealing. I know pitchers are going to be coming down the pike. I know bench players will be coming down the pike. And I honestly think there could be a very intriguing trade coming up as well. I think Dave Dombrowski is wheeling and dealing. And again, if you missed it, obviously breaking verdict, Trea Turner signs massive 11-year deal with the Philadelphia Phillies. Listen, I got a lot of stuff playing. I got a good show tonight. Make sure you're tuning in tonight around 9 o'clock, 9:30. Possibly, or tomorrow. I'm not sure what night it's going to be, but we will let you know. Beats like this now could be tomorrow night when we talk about the franchise, and we'll see. But just make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when we pop off, when we pop live. A lot of things to talk about. Again, I got a lot of storylines to touch on. Trying to get some, I got a really good storyline about, wrestling insurance, health insurance. I want to talk about my man Barry Windham out there suffers a massive heart attack. Shout outs go to him. These wrestlers, they spend all their money and they have no health insurance, and it's crazy. So I'd like to get some thoughts on that as well. But again, we're talking Philadelphia Phillies. This is the final judgment. Make sure you're tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Got a big show playing for either tonight or tomorrow, talking all things Eagles, Phillies, National, to break it down the NFL. Not getting NBA yet. We'll get the NBA a little later, but obviously Major League Baseball, what's the next shoe to drop? And Jay-Z's birthday, man, one of the GOATs of all time. We're going to talk about Jay-Z, talk about the top moments of Jay-Z's career, top albums of all time. My man, Sean, checking in. What's the next move? It's got to be pitching, Sean, 100%. It will be pitching. The next shoe to drop will be a pitcher. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how much money they're willing to spend on another pitcher. And I think it's actually going to be pretty plentiful because, again, this is why Dombrowski is so important to this team. He knew right off the bat that he had to go long in order to get that AAV down to a more manageable, more numbers. So you go 7 years, you have an AAV of 35 to 40, and now you go an extra 3 to 4 years and you get an AAV of under 28, which is absolutely ridiculous. And that breaks it off another 12 to 20 AAV in order for you to spend on a pitcher, because you can't stretch pitchers out. See, that's the most important part that people have to understand. Think about the analytics of the game, right? When you talk about the length of contracts and the AAV, you have to think about, okay, what does this all mean? So what this means is you can't stretch a pitcher out 5 to 7 years. Justin Verlander signs a 2-year deal at $86 million, right? You're getting charged almost $40 million a year. Okay, because you can't stretch out him for 5 to 6 years to get the AAV low. You have to get pitchers at short-term deals, which you could take a guy like a Trea Turner, stretch him out, okay, like he did. This is why Dombrowski is so goddamn smart. Stretch him out to the point where your AAV is at that 27, 28 number, okay? And now you have an extra 12 mil, to go against you in the sense of getting another arm on a 2 to 3 year deal. Maybe you get to sign a Carlos Rodon now for 4 to 5 years, okay? We don't know what he's going to ask, but listen, again, it's got to be pitching. They need another pitcher, and they know they need another pitcher. And I think that they made this chess move, okay, and this chess move to me is brilliant because instead of waiting and playing the smokescreen game, they knew what they wanted. They jumped in. They jumped in and they say, you know what? This is what I want. Let's do this now so we could jump ahead of the competition. They saw Jacob deGrom sign. They saw Verlander, right? They understand. So they know they need a pitcher. Okay, so they want to get this out of the way so that they can sign a pitcher. So pitcher 100% will be next. And it'll be interesting. Tonight, we'll break down what pitchers we need to look at. Number one on my list is Carlos Rodon. I said that earlier, but there's some other guys, some sneaky guys, maybe like a Jose Quintana. I'm not saying he needs to be the key guy, but I think he's a guy that's serviceable that we can throw in a rotation to take the spot of guys like Kyle Gibson. So I think there's a lot more flexibility now with this AAV, annual value for Trea Turner, which I think is huge. So that's something we need to look at as well. But listen, as always, it's early. Want to throw this out there. It's breaking news. Again, breaking word, Trea Turner signs massive 11-year deal with the Philadelphia Phillies with a full no trade clause. Again, make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Make sure you're checking this out right here on the Final Judgment with Tony Jigsaw Cutillo. Make sure you're hitting the notification bell. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're following on all social formats at Judge Jigsaw, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on Twitter, and make sure you're interacting. I have people all the time. You ask my man Leonard, you ask my man Prince, you ask my man Greg. Hit me in the comments. I will get back. We'll go back and forth. Let's have a great debate. Because a lot of times you guys open my eyes up to certain things I didn't know either, which is very, very important when you do this kind of thing. So again, man, as always, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Make sure you're tuning in. Go back, watch this on replay. Let me know what you think. Again, Trea Turner is a Philadelphia Philly. Here goes to 2023. Some people have thoughts, some people have takes, but on this show, you get the final judgment.